Hi there, today I'm going to review Shark's PowerDetect NeverTouch Pro Vacuum Mop 2-in-1 combo. I'm going to tell you the things that I like about it, I'm going to tell you the things I don't like about it, and I'm going to give you some demos. So let's go take a look. The first thing I did was download the app and have the robot map out my house. Then I sectioned off each room and named them. Here I am having it clean in my kitchen area. I love that it's going in rows so that it makes sure that it gets everywhere. I've had some vacuums that kind of go whichever way they want and no rhyme or reason to it, and I felt like it wasn't cleaning, but I like how this one is going in a row. This is the floor right after it cleaned. It did a really good job, except for it did miss one little spot right there. Here I spilled some cereal. Now it was doing its schedule clean and it was going in its up and down pattern, but you can see that it kind of spun around. It detected the spill and went right over it. I'm super impressed with it, cleaned it all up in one sweep. And what was really great is that as it kept going, it didn't leave any of the little cereal pieces. It actually sucked them all up. It did a good job cleaning, and it went on and did the rest of the scheduled cleaning. Here it was trying to get the rug, so it has no problem lifting up and stopping the mopping and going over the rug. However, I'm super disappointed because it wasn't vacuuming the rug at all. So there's actually dog hair on that rug and some other little things on the rug, and it didn't pick up any of it. So I was hopeful because then it went back over to the rug, and so I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna pick it up now. But no, it did not. It did not pick up any of the hair or the little piece of fuzz that was on the rug at all. But I do like that it went up on the rug and the mop lifted up so it didn't get the rug wet at all. Here I have a mess of confetti on the ground, and I'm really impressed that it didn't just blow it all out of the way. It actually sucked it up and mopped as it went. So it did a really good job of that. You can see that it didn't leave a bunch of little papers behind. It sucked it up and then continued mopping. So I'm really impressed with that. One thing I've noticed about this vacuum is that it goes pretty much in straight lines, which I really like I said before, because then you know it's getting everywhere. But I don't feel like it cleans some of those deep stains very well unless it detects something. So you can see right here, it's going back and forth. It's kind of a little bit of a smaller area, so it goes back and forth, and then it goes over to the side by the cabinets here, and it detects some kind of a stain, and you'll see that it stops doing the back and forth and it starts kind of going in a circle. So it's scrubbing at the little stain, which is super great. I just feel like it just misses some of those stains and it's not seeing all the little stains on my floor, but it still does a really good job. It's just missing some of them. But when it does sense them, the scrubbing pad goes circling around and really scrubs at the floor. Here are a couple more just regular everyday stains. On its first pass, it did not get that circle right in the middle, and then on its second pass, it did. Right in the bottom left corner, you can see there's a little spot, and it went over it, and it did not pick it up, and it did not detect it, and then it went back over it again, and it still didn't pick it up. That stain didn't get cleaned, so I went and selected to do a spot clean. So I went into the app, and you get to select what area you want it to go and clean, and it will do the space of that whole square with the dot in the middle, and then you can select if you want it just to vacuum or just to mop. So what's really cool about this, when it's doing the vacuum and mop, the mop goes in a circular motion in that entire square that was selected, and it does a really good job when it's doing that circular motion. So you can see it finally got that spot up. And in the app, you can always check and see where your vacuum is and what area it's cleaned. And I just really wish that you could select the whole area to be mopped like this, where it's doing the circular motion, but it only does that when it detects something or you select spot clean. It does a good job of getting into little spots, and then it lets you know when it's done and it's going to go back to the base.
Cleaning mission complete. Going back to the base.
Okay, what's really cool about this is it's super easy to add the water. So your water container goes right in here. Now this is supposed to last the whole month, which is really great. So all you do is pop open the lid, you put your cleaning solution inside, your water inside, and then you pop it right in here. It's very easy. This is the dirty water container. It is super easy to empty out. You just lift it up like that. It has a little lid right there, and then you dump it out. So this is the dirty water I have from just cleaning the floor, not doing any crazy examples of a super big mess. This is literally just the dirty water from doing just the straight demo of the floor. Okay, here's a closer look of how dirty this water is. Like I said before, this is just from doing a normal vacuum mop of no crazy, examples of a stain or a mess. So that's so dirty. The app is great because you can name each of the rooms, and then you can select which rooms you want to be cleaned. If you only wanted to do, 2 of your spaces, 3 of your spaces, or if you wanted to select to do spot cleaning, you can do that through the app. Or if you want to select all of the rooms to be cleaned, you would do that in the app, and you can have it do vacuuming or vacuuming and mop. What's also great is that you can schedule your vacuum mop to go however you want. So you can have it go every day. You could have it go 6 days a week. You can have it go 5 days a week. You can set it for whatever time you want it to be. You can change it to be certain days just mopping, some days just vacuuming. And you can turn those off and on however you'd like. So it's super convenient to be able to do that in the app. Another really great feature is that it's self-cleaning. So after every mop run, the base washes and dries the mopping pad. So then it's ready for the next clean. It self-refills the water. It automatically drains out the dirty water from the mop and into the little canister that I showed you earlier. The vacuum self-empties. Overall, I'm super impressed with it. I really do like it and highly recommend it.